What's up guys, this is my video game review, and today, like I told you yesterday, I'm going to be doing Fable 3. But before we get into the review, I wanted to announce the Board of Awesomeness winner. So the challenge was to guess the location of the picture, and a lot of you guessed correctly. I'm going to make the post public in a minute. I am only going to put one person up on the Board of Awesomeness for this one. So the location in the picture is Megaton, and it's from Fallout 3. So those of you that guessed Megaton from Fallout 3, good job. The first person that said what it was Scottish Warrior 92. Congratulations, you're gonna be up on the Board of Awesomeness. So let's get rid of the people that are on there right now. Voila, no mores. And let's put the winner.
Let's do this!
You will now be on the Board of Awesomeness for a week, so I will take you down on Monday. I told you guys on my Fable review, Fable 1 and Fable 2 review, that I hadn't beat Fable 3. I finally beat Fable 3. I beat it actually the day after that review, so like Tuesday. I didn't remember how close I was to the ending. Like, I just completely forgot. I hadn't played it for so long. I probably hadn't played it for maybe like 2 months, I think, the last time I had played it. So I forgot completely where I was. So this isn't just going to be a review. This is going to be a Fable 3 review and impressions. Now I could say which Fable is my favorite. Fable 2 is my favorite Fable game. Fable is pretty similar when it comes to the gameplay to the other Fables. There are a few things, like when it comes to like strength and the whole agility and magic and the orbs and all that. It's the same thing. It's basically the same thing. You could use guns, you could use swords. It really is very, very similar when it comes to the gameplay. The biggest difference that Fable 3 has, and the thing that I think I really love about it, is that your character actually speaks. I think it made it really interesting. Another thing that I really love about this game is that they focus a lot on the characters. There are a lot of really interesting main characters in this one, more so than in Fable 1 and Fable 2. They actually join your party for little spurts throughout the game, and that's what I loved. I was like, oh, I always wanted this kind of thing in a Fable. The downside to that is that they weren't permanent party members, which would have been really cool if they had done. I would have loved it if they had done the characters become like permanent party members. But they weren't. They would just help you out in certain missions and then they would leave. So they have really cool characters in this one. Probably the one thing that I love the most about this game. Another difference from the other games is that you don't start off as a child in this one. You actually start off as like an adult. I guess you're like a young adult, maybe early 20s or something like that. You're an adult in this one. And you don't start off a nobody. You're actually like part of a royal family. That's the whole issue with the crown and who's going to be king or queen and all that. Your brother is like this evil person, and he's on the throne. So it would be better for Albion, the world, if you were on the throne. So that's why it's this fight for the crown. The story is good, and there are some parts, some missions that were just like amazing. I loved them, especially the ones that you have with Walter, like when you go to Aurora. I'm not going to go into that too much, but for those of you that have played, I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about. I was so emotionally like tangled up in that mission. I was just like, no, oh my god! It was really good. But that was only some parts. It wasn't like the game was like this the whole time. It was only some parts. You could get married again. You can have kids. You can actually adopt kids in this one. They have an orphanage. You could have a boy or a girl. So when it comes to everything that I had said in the other review, it's pretty much the same. You could still do gestures. The powers are pretty much they're a little bit different, but they're kind of like the same thing from the other fables.